We are back on the Lynne Hayes Freeland show. So, what happens from here? Well, Antoinette, I told you I was coming back to you. Here we go. You know better than anyone why this whole idea of getting engaged, getting involved in the voting process is, because you're the treasurer of Uniontown, but you didn't get to be the treasurer easily. You had to fight to take the position you were elected for.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me quickly about that. Yeah.
So it's very important as people that we realize that what we do is who we are, and how we do it as bringing together as voting as a family. One of the things that I focused on when I was running the race was to make sure that grandparents and that are raising their grandchildren that were eligible to vote, to make sure that they went to the polls as a family, so that they can show them, because remember now, in social studies years ago, we talked about elections and so forth. Now they're talking about family events. They're looking at different avenues of community events. They're not looking at telling the kids why it's important to vote, what's the population of why they need to be heard. It's out of the schools. We're talking about community events, public events, and not talking about electionals. We're not talking about why it's important you come to school, why it's important that you graduate, none of those things. So when I was running for office, my main focus with those who were working beside me was that we get the family involved.
Perfect. So you've made a difference in Uniontown. DeWitt, I'm going to come back to you. So bottom line is this is happening from now until Election Day. What should folks be looking out for? We're hitting all these different communities and a lot more.
Well, we talked about the satellite voting that is going to take place in Allegheny County, that for the 3 weekends in October, there will be satellite voting in CCAC, West Mifflin, Boyce Park, North Park, South Park, the county office building, downtown, and the Carnegie Ice Rink. We were able to, this coalition was able to exert enough influence to add CCAC Homewood the first weekend, the Shop and Save facility in the Hill District the second weekend, and the third weekend, CCAC Allegheny on the north side. We have gone national with our effort to demonstrate the importance. And 2 days ago, on Friday, we had Congressman Dwight Evans from the House Ways and Means Committee come talk to us about how important it is to participate. On October 13th, we're going at 8 o'clock from 8 to 8:45. We're going to have Congressman James Clyburn, the whip of the U.S. House of Representatives, come share his perspective on it as well.
Okay.
So we're bringing a whole host of interest and energy to this, because again, folks realize that that Pennsylvania is the bellwether. That if we as African Americans are going to get our fair share, that we have to participate. We must vote.
We must vote. And Gary, give me an idea real quick. In Erie, I'm guessing that, can you feel that energy now growing? Can you feel that energy growing?
I can feel it. I'm definitely central to it and a part of it. And we are not trying to reinvent the wheel. We're doing a version of the things that DeWitt articulated with the satellite voting. Also going to do at about 9 or 10 different polling places a food distribution the week before and on Election Day as a way to bring the pandemic, meet the challenges of the pandemic with the election process. I cannot underemphasize, though, the importance of the young people. And then I'm happy to hear the report of the
Miracle.
Yeah, Miracle. And that because, and if they can share with us some of the videos and messages that they have that we can kind of network and make available for our young people up here through social media, and that, then, you know, we can continue.
That would be awesome. Yeah. And I'll let you all, I'll let you all make that connection separately. Yeah. Yeah. I'll let you all make that.
I just want to thank you for giving the opportunity to have a voice on your program today to articulate to state It's our
And
collaboration.
we're glad to
and
have you here. Yeah, we're glad to have you here. I don't want to run out of time. And Miracle, same thing. Are you feeling that energy now? I mean, are you feeling that energy? Because the realities are, your generation, it's critical that you guys get that excitement.
Yes, so we are feeling the energy because our strategy is that we're giving people something to vote for.
Mhm.
So we're talking about issues on the ballot, like the Civilian Police Review Board, that is very near and dear to the activists like Black Lives Matter and who've been out here organizing all summer long. So that's where our energy is coming. We don't guilt people into voting. We don't shame people into voting. We just give them something to vote for, have them meet politicians face to face, have them push advocacy, and make them feel like they have the power and the solutions in their own hands and be able to write their own destiny to get involved. So people are very happy. They're very excited. They're finding ways to get energized, even if it's not at the federal level. We're pushing this local level politics.
Sure.
Because all politics is local, and we're seeing it, we're hearing it, and people are very energized.
And Antoinette, I'm going to let you have the final word here. The bottom line is you are living proof of what happens when folks get involved in the process.
Yes. And, the energy here has not died from last year. Folks are still energized. They're out meeting. They're doing different activities. They did a peaceful march, couple marches. We are not going to stop in Uniontown. We're coming head forward. We're ready to rock and roll.
I'm feeling excited just listening to all of this. Uniontown, Erie, young people. DeWitt, you go ahead. I am so impressed. Awesome. This is good news. Keep it going. And we might check back in with you all just before Election Day, if you don't mind. Can we do that?
Please.
Yes, please do. Yes.
There you go. Thanks for joining us today. We'll take a break and we're going to bring you up to speed on a blues festival that's coming up. We'll be right back.